I've worked here now for 40 years. This is my last year. I've worked for 5 football coaches, Bo Schembechler, Gary Moeller, Lloyd Carr, Rich Rodriguez, and now Brady Hoke. When I came here, Coach Schembechler told me, "You're responsible for Paul Bunyan when we play Michigan State." Paul Bunyan, he lives over in the football building. We put the dates on the front of the Paul Bunyan trophy so everybody knows. Then go back to 1953. It's been a really neat trophy to pass around back and forth. I know that Coach D'Antonio values it. Brady Hoke values it. I checked my record the other day. Since I've been at Michigan, I'm 27-12. It was really nice last year to be able to get Paul Bunyan back to Ann Arbor. In 2007, we took Paul up in the back of the truck, and one of the hampers moved and broke Paul's axe. So we took him over to the wood shop at Michigan State. 3 men dropped what they were doing and came over and helped us glue that axe back together. Even though it's a rivalry, there's a friendship there, and you value that.
It's blocked, picked up by Ohio State, and he will score.
Well, I spent 7 years there, and just stop and think about how remarkable that 7-year period was. It's pretty special. Coach Dressel was an excellent mentor and an excellent boss for us. One of the things that he allowed you to do was coach, and he gave you a lot of latitude, longitude to be who you were, but yet within the system. The biggest thing that I've learned from him is you can't be a turbulent, and he's never used these words, but you can't be a turbulent head coach. You can't be up one day and down the next day because things are going to happen throughout the course of your career.
You never see Coach Hazel too high or too low. You know, we start off at Kent 1-6, and he always made you feel every time you left that staff meeting like, we'll be okay. We're gonna have a chance. And then all of a sudden you go 15-2 over the next 17 games.
The second longest streak in school history reaches 21 straight as Ohio State goes on the road and blanks the Boilermakers 56-0.
Record-wise, it's not going the way you anticipate. Coach Dress and I have spoken a few times. We spoke prior to the Michigan State game, and then he ended up coming to the Michigan State game. He just tells me to stay the course. You know, he shares some old stories where he went through similar circumstances when he struggled at one of his jobs. But you know, he's just there to give you some positive reinforcement.
I love this one.
That's my favorite one. Because I like Kane's first of all got a turtleneck.
I know
and
what he's playing with.
Is so precious.
He doesn't have a tooth.
Is that what he is? Is he
Kane probably knocked it out.
I grew up in the city of Boulder. My best childhood friend, Kane Coulter, grew up all in the same neighborhoods I did.
Kenny was probably my first true best friend. Through elementary school to middle school, wherever you saw Kenny, you saw me.
The first thing I remember playing tackle football with Kane was winning.
Me and Kenny got on the same team, the Erie Tigers, and it just wasn't fair.
There goes Kenny. Kenny's going in. Kenny's going in.
Kenny would get the ball and he'd take it for a touchdown. And I'm like, all right, well, I got to get the ball and take it for a touchdown.
Go Kane! That's what Kenny gave Kane. Go Kane! Go Kane! A sense of competition. To this day, we believe that Kane is as tough as he is because Kenny always spurred him on.
When I hit that guy, that wasn't a chop block. I hit him out of his knee.
My personality and Kane's personality were contrast of each other, to say the least.
Dude, you shouldn't have jumped. You got drilled when you fumbled that. No.
Kenny has always been outgoing and talkative, and Kane is very much a laid-back person.
I'm like, oh God, there's an opening, and then like this monster guy comes. I'm like, oh God. They have 40 bodies.
It's fun to see the contrast in their personality as well as their similaries.
Hey, give me 5. Where you coming? I love
come back, my boy.
My relationship with Kane's mom is very unique. It's hard to put into words how much you love and appreciate someone sometimes.
I was a single mother, so Stacy and Spencer were just huge influences and really an extended family.
Stacy's been a mother to me. I was with the Coulter family almost as much as I was with my own. After every Saturday football game, I'd go over to the Coulter's house and hang out all day, and then I'd sleep over there Saturday night, and then we'd wake up and they'd make me go to church every Sunday.
I would get these phone calls, Mom, they're making me go to church again. But they really instilled such a faith and strength in him.
My family struggled through some things at that time with my parents breaking up.
Kane really gave him a sense of grounding. So it wasn't just the closeness, it was a true brotherhood.
The Journey Big Ten Football 2013 is presented by Best Buy.